If you've been hunting for a podcasting interface that promises broadcast quality sound with ease, then the Focusrite Vocaster Two Studio probably caught your eye. But here's what surprised me. Despite its slick features and solid Amazon rating, there are some glaring issues you need to know before you hit that buy button. What if I told you this podcaster's dream machine might actually trip you up in ways no one's talking about? Today, I'm breaking down everything about the Vocaster Two Studio, the good, the bad, and the why didn't they fix this, so you can decide if it's really the right fit for your podcast setup. So, who exactly is the Focusrite Vocaster Two Studio for? If you're a podcaster or a content creator looking to step up your audio game without diving into complex gear, it promises plug-and-play simplicity with some pro audio flair. Especially great for duos who want 2 mics and 2 headphone outputs, plus quick access to phone calls and camera connection. But here's the teaser. I found that what's advertised and what you get can sometimes feel like 2 different podcasts entirely. Let's get into the deep dive. First, the selling points. Vocaster Two Studio is designed to give you that crisp, studio sound in seconds. It boasts over 70 dB of gain, which means no booster needed for most mics. That's a big deal because we all hate fiddling with preamps that refuse to give us clean volume. You've got auto gain, which promises to do all the level adjustments automatically. Just talk and trust the magic button. Plus, it comes with enhanced presets tailored to podcasters, so your voice jumps out without any complicated EQ trickery. And get this, 2 complete headphone outputs let each presenter monitor their own mix independently, which is huge for avoiding the classic "am I on mute" panic moments. Bluetooth connectivity allows you to plug your phone in wirelessly or with a handy single TRRS cable. That means you can record phone interviews without awkward cable clutter. Better still, there's direct cable output to cameras, so you can drop that premium sound straight into your vlog or live stream. The mute button is another nice touch, letting you cut out sneezes, coughs, or random background chaos at the push of a button, because nothing kills professional vibes like a rogue achoo. Now, this all sounds like a podcaster's dream, right? But that's where things get a bit tricky. Here's the twist. Some users, myself included, have noticed that the auto gain isn't always as smooth as advertised. Sometimes it swings too hard, making your voice jump between loud and soft in ways that can be distracting. Imagine doing a hard-hitting interview and then suddenly sounding like a whisper in a cave or blaring out like you're yelling in a small room. For podcasters who want to deliver a consistent listening experience, this can be a deal-breaker. You might think, I'll just adjust manually, but then you're back to wrestling with knobs and levels, exactly what this device said it would fix. Also, while the Enhance feature offers 4 presets, they don't suit every voice type. I tried the warm and natural preset, hoping for smooth radio vibes, but for my deeper voice, it made me sound, well, a bit robotic at times. It's like the device was trying to polish a diamond but ended up rubbing the shine off instead. So if your voice strays from the average podcaster range, you might find yourself disappointed or forced to rely on external software for editing. Now, a quick joke break. Why did the podcast host break up with the microphone? Because it found someone with better pickup. But seriously, while the Vocaster 2 tries hard to be that perfect partner, sometimes it's a little flaky in the romance department. Another pain point is the Bluetooth connectivity. Yes, it's convenient, but it's not always perfectly stable. I experienced occasional dropout and minor latency, which made recording phone interviews a bit frustrating. If you're planning to rely heavily on that feature, keep in mind that it might not feel as seamless in live recording situations as you'd hope, especially in a multi-guest setup. Wired connections are still your safest bet here. Speaking of multi-guest setups, the 2 mic and 2 headphone outputs are fantastic, yet the overall build of the device feels a bit plasticky and lightweight for the price. At $106.49, you're investing in a reputation for Focusrite. a brand known for solid pro audio gear. But this studio seems to straddle the line between beginner convenience and pro functionality without fully tipping into either. It's like wearing business casual to a black tie event. You look close but not quite right. Here's a little twist for you. Did you know that despite the name Studio, this device isn't a full mixer? It lacks traditional features that experienced users expect, like extensive EQ, compressor controls, or customizable routing options. So, if you want to level up your podcast beyond basics, you might quickly outgrow this setup and need additional gear sooner than you think. That's why it's crucial to ask yourself, am I a beginner looking to get going fast, or an intermediate podcaster ready to tailor every detail of my sound? Because the Vocaster Two Studio sits comfortably in the former category, but can feel limiting for the latter. Now, some users have reported driver issues and hiccups with software updates. Focusrite's software ecosystem is generally strong, but between mic gain inconsistencies and occasional interface recognition problems on Windows, you might encounter some headaches. It's not game-breaking, but it's enough to remind you that this is still a budget-friendly solution. If you want rock-solid reliability for every critical episode, you could end up spending more time troubleshooting than recording. Here's a little jab. What do you call a podcast episode recorded with bad audio? A talk show NDO. I'm rooting for you to avoid that fate with your new equipment. Let's talk about the positives. When it works, the Vocaster Two Studio delivers genuinely impressive sound clarity that's miles ahead of built-in laptop mics or basic USB setups. The two headphone outputs with individual volume controls are truly a blessing when recording with a co-host or guest, preventing those awkward rewind and repeat moments. The physical mute button is perfectly placed for quick access, saving you from the dreaded "did you turn off your mic? Oh no, I just sneezed" panic. Plus, the direct camera output simplifies pushing premium audio to your vlog without complicated adapters or mixers. Also, the compact and straightforward design means you can set this up on your desk in minutes. Even if you're a total newbie, you won't get lost in spaghetti cables or endless menus. If you value simplicity with a splash of professional quality, this device has that going for it. But remember that it's still a budget solution with some quirks. So, if you're a seasoned podcaster aiming for full control over your sound, this might feel like putting a Ferrari engine in a go-kart chassis. It's speedy but not quite the full package. Think of it as a gateway device to get your podcast off the ground quickly, with room to upgrade down the line. Before I wrap up, here's a rehook. Do you want to get your podcast sounding pro fast but don't want to spend hours tweaking? Then the Vocaster Two Studio might still be your best friend if you accept it's not perfect and is meant for beginners or casual creators. However, if you crave more control or flawless processing, you may want to keep shopping. One last joke to lighten the mood. Why don't podcasters ever play hide and seek? Because good luck hiding when everyone's listening. The Vocaster Two Studio ensures your voice is front and center, but sometimes with a little too much enthusiasm. In summary, the Focusrite Vocaster Two Studio offers an easy-to-use, affordable solution for podcasters craving better sound quality without diving deep into complex gear. It shines brightest when you want quick setup, two-person inputs, and direct camera audio phone integration. However, caveats include inconsistent auto gain, limited sound shaping options, minor Bluetooth glitches, and a plastic feel that doesn't quite match the price tag. It's a solid choice for beginners or hobbyists stepping up from USB mics, but may leave pros wanting more. If you're ready to improve your podcast sound and want a hassle-free starter studio, Vocaster Two Studio delivers on the basics with some thoughtful touches. But if you demand precise audio control or flawless Bluetooth performance, you might want to explore other options or prepare to supplement this interface with extra gear. The best part. Right now, the Vocaster Two Studio is priced around $106.49 on Amazon, an accessible price point for many creative voices. Just a heads up. Prices tend to shift quickly, sometimes daily, so if you're considering buying, check the link in the description below for the latest deal. Ready to give your podcast the sound upgrade it deserves? Hit that link below and grab the Vocaster Two Studio before prices change. Whether you're starting new or looking for a no-fuss audio interface for your duo, this might just be the perfect match. Happy podcasting!